Hello and welcome to the show. We are here on GTA 5 going for some more racing using some of the new Sport Classic cars and a couple of Ladas that should be for the next race, but people have picked them by accident. Well done, people. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty interesting street race. It's fairly narrow in a couple of places, very, very narrow. There's also a petrol station that we drive through that somebody's going to crash into and explode at some point, we're expecting. Whether it be the leader or whether it not, you know what, I'm going to go and play this one safe. I know I'm going to lose myself some time, but I think it's going to be less time by going this way than trying to fight our way through everything. Maybe not. Reese has been carried by a Lada and is on two wheels. Okay, maybe going for the train line wasn't a good idea. Well, this is where it's going to get very narrow. We've kind of lag pinged and bumped a Lada back into a straight up. The Lada's rolled. Okay, we run away from the Lada. We're going for a cutback on Reese. Hey, you actually made it up to fourth through all of that, with everybody getting stuck in, well, a couple of cars getting turned. All things considered, that could have been a lot worse in terms of in terms of the mayhem through all of that. Oh, you're going to go into a wall. I am not going to, play it risky through the petrol pumps. We're going to be nice and safe, and we're going to come out the other side in a third place. Oh crap! Chris is winning the race. That will not do. That will not stand. It probably won't last for long, let's face it. Someone's going to go in the petrol pump. I know who I have my money on. Reese is going to have a look up the inside here. If he wants to have a go for it. Oh, I was trying to cut back underneath. No, I'm not going to defend. Not on that lap. Not at that corner either, where you've got a big speed boost and a big crest going on. Just trying to defend that is asking for trouble. I'll sit behind. We'll get the slipstream, and we will work together to try and drag. The problem is I'm now having to slam on the brakes real hard with that slipstream pull. But we'll work. I'm happy to work together to try and catch the leaders. Although I've binned it on my own. Just got that. The wrong moment for some big oversteer, and we are around. I really like the hairpin. I think the hairpins are really. I think Reese got into trouble of his own. I really like the hairpin. It's quite a Monaco-esque hairpin, but the way that it flows when you go down to the road level is really cool. I really like it. Amazingly, no one's exploded yet at the petrol pumps. It seems peculiar, but nobody has exploded yet. Okay, there's going to be. I think there's actually a Lada doing relatively well in the group behind us somehow. I think it was. I think I spotted a Lada back there. Oh, we're going to have a big run. It's going to be an exact reversal of last lap around. We're going to sneak our way past. I mean, we've not really lost too much ground to the leaders. Yeah, there is a bright pink Lada. I'm pretty sure, anyway. Further back, is Reese going to have a dive up the inside? Yeah, we'll give him space, and he'll get that. We're not really helping one another here. I'm going to be honest. At this particular juncture, we are not helping one another whatsoever, because the more we're fighting, the more it's letting the leaders, get away, essentially. Take this hairpin nice and tight, try and get a good run off of it. Yeah, I'd still really like that. Well, there's a Lada behind us. That will not do. There is a Lada behind us at the moment. That Lada's got some pretty decent speed. Something went bang. Who was it? Who went bang? Who drove through the petrol pump? I mean, an orange car has fallen back, but they haven't been exploded, so maybe they've grazed it and managed to somehow not get exploded. Whoa! What the bloody hell happened there? I found a speed-boosting lamppost. Unfortunately, it was a speed boost being completely the wrong way. I was trying to give space, and it all got a little bit clunky. Sorry, Lada. I was still trying to recover from the random sudden burst of, well, acceleration that a lamppost gave us. It's not a normal thing that we come up against in GTA 5. Normally you hit the lamppost and that means you're about to get screwed over. Not that you're about to suddenly go a million miles an hour. Well, we still got screwed over, but you stop dead, not get accelerated at a million miles an hour. Okay. It could have gone a lot worse. As I say that, there's something that I presume was a car meeting its demise at a petrol pump by the wreck that flung across in front of everybody. See, I'm the only one taking a tighter line there. Oh, it was one of the Ladas that was not. That was kind of out anyway. We've done pretty well. Yeah, I'm taking a tighter line on the way into the petrol station than just about everybody else is. But hell, it's working. It's working. The leader's actually got a pretty big gap going on. We're spread out a little bit up here for the top four positions. Not like we're at that awkward stage where no one's really close enough. No one's really close enough to do an overtake on anybody. However, Everybody's in sight. You know, you've got the car ahead of you to try and chase. You've probably got a car behind you to try and stay away from. You've got a lamppost to go and visit, and now the car behind me is going to get considerably closer. God damn it, all of that hard work has gone out the window because of another silly mistake, although the orange car ahead has made a little mistake as well. Around the hairpin we go. Reese is just going to be, I think, too far clear for us to do anything. Podium might be in the offing here, though. Oh, podium's definitely going to be in the offing with that. We will be up into a third position. Now, taking that nice tight line. It's all about trying to get the acceleration out the other side of the petrol pump. Straight line something there. If we can do less work with the car. I'm slightly worried about that. Still slightly worried about that traffic light or whatever it was that gave us the sudden burst of speed. I don't really want to be hitting that. Reese was out there. I'm still not really sure on the braking point there. I'm finding myself braking. I guess maybe it's because it's such a steep hill. Feels like I'm braking absurdly late and you get stopped really easily. Feels a little bit wonky. Well, I'll say it feels a bit wonky. I mean, the brakes on this are obviously not that bad. I'm going to say potentially because we're going up a hill there that it feels like we're slowing down very quickly. I mean, it's a pretty damn steep hill. Don't do it again. We've already done it once. This lap is actually looking pretty good for us. We've made big gains on Reese, who is in turn not so far away from that turquoise leader, although the turquoise car is doing a pretty good job. I mean, this circuit, of all the sort of circuits that we can end up running around, this sort of circuit catch-up has a lesser effect. Catch-up has a lesser effect because you're just not flat out very often around here. Oh, big oversteer moment. Slipstream, though, of course, that's still going to work whenever we get to a straight. Now, if me and Reese are clever, we might be able to work together. I say if me and Reese are clever, if we don't fight each other into oblivion, we could work together and drag ourselves up to that lead. I really don't want to fire myself. I don't even know if we're going to have time, though. I just don't think we're going to have time to find a way past. Again, unless there is a big mistake, which is always possible around here. It is always possible around here, especially in these cars that they're good handling, but you can get it wrong with them. You can get that big oversteer moment. You can get that big Larry slide. I don't think we're going to catch the leader. I think it's going to be between me and Reese on that final corner uphill. Not going to be able to do anything through here. I'm a little bit too far back to try anything. I just want to be in position that when we get to that back straight, Turquoise is doing a great job keeping us at relative bay here. When we get to that back straight, if I can get a lovely, lovely slipstream pull here, we're going to try and get it up the inside. Oh, Reese wanted to get across to cover. He's done a pretty good job. Oh, it's the drag race now. He's going to get in the slipstream. Will he have time? Will it have time to activate? I don't think it will. Oh, that was a good race. I knew exactly where I wanted to go. I knew exactly where I wanted to go. I knew where I was going to be able to get the pass done. And I used it to as good a effect as I could. But, yeah, Turquoise was a little bit too far away. I did get faster than that, but of course I would have had to slip. I think that was potentially even that final lap. I would have had the big slipstream pull down that back straight. The accidentally selected Lada got 6th, which is not too terrible. I mean, lap time actually not too terrible in that. Yeah, that was a really good race. That was a really good race through there, and that hairpin is easily one of my favourite corners that I've tackled for a while. So, on to our second race around this rather interesting street circuit. It is time for the Battle of the Ladas, because of course it is. What other vehicle shares street racing like a Lada? I got my sentences mixed up a little bit. That's not exactly something new, though. I knew there was a reason why I didn't turn in on the first race. So the second race, where I thought, you know what, we'll turn in because we got screwed over last time anyway. We turn in and we get screwed over regardless. I think it is just fate that we are going to be screwed over by turn 1. I think it is just fate. All the good news is Turquoise has binned it right down. Place where they cannot recover from. And a little bit more sliding from the Lada than we got from the what's-it-called. I can never remember the name of it. We should call it an Alpha on it. Oh, that's a lot of cars in a very small space of road. Guys, we've got wheels connected. When wheels are connected, or when bumpers and backs are connected, no one can go anywhere. So you've just got to be a little bit patient. Christ, that was all rather busy. That was all rather busy. We've come out of it in 7th. It actually could be a lot worse. A couple of cars have escaped away at the front, or 3 cars I think have escaped away at the front. At least we've found people to race. Nothing worse than when you end up in complete no man's land at the end of lap 1 with little in the way of hope to be recovering. Yeah, Reese is already like 12 seconds clear away at the front, which is quite a lot. Oh, well done, guys. You've all managed to bin it entirely heading through the first corner. Oh no, I got big oversteer. Couldn't quite hold on against the pink car. I chucked it in really fast. It's not the rear end grip to go with it. Not in the Lada, there isn't. We can't quite get away with getting our power as soon in the Lada as you could in the previous car, but it's it's not like there's that much power to get you in trouble with. In fact, the Lada's not terribly slow. Don't get me wrong, but it's that straight. A lot of these straights are not actually long enough to really get slipstream in full effect. So, we're all swapping sides there. Yeah, we're not quite getting really the benefit of slipstream. It's almost too close. Can we go around the outside? If we can, that would be a brilliant overtake. Oh, yes we can, but I've got no slipstream now to help me. Once the Lada picks up speed, it's pretty good going. No, not going to... I was going to try to cut back, but the pink car was wary of it. We're going to go side by side again. Oh, this is going to be we're going to have real works for that overtake. And now he's going to sit behind and potentially slipstream his way back past... Oh, God. Yeah, the back end of this is not quite as planted. We need the cardboard spoiler. The cardboard spoiler is where it is at. That is the required additions to the Lada, because how have we spun there? Of all the places and ways to spin... Oh, sorry, red car. That's a really weird one. It's like we were already got the difficult bit done, and then the back end just, nah, you know what, we're going to go round again. Well... 2 out of 2 races, we've had a silly spin at the hairpin for, well, seemingly minimal in the way of reasons. Is that a 3rd place? Oh, it is a 3rd place. 3rd place made a mistake going through the petrol station. There might be a podium in the offing if we can keep everything neat and tidy through here. Come on, slipstream. Come on, slipstream, or catch up, or anything that will help drag me towards the cars ahead. I'm happy to work with red again, much like with Reese. I'm happy to work with cars to try and catch up to the vehicles ahead. Let's not try that flat through there. The back of the Lada will not stick on the road if you try it flat through there. And another big wiggle. The red car's going to have a look around the outside. Oh, another one's going to go. No. God damn it, just as it looked like we might get back into the fight, just as it looked like we stood a chance, we get shafted first by the black car spinning on its own, and I can't react quick enough because I'm already at the limit of grips, and then we get shafted by a lamppost. It's not been our race. It's not been our race at all, although the red car's binned it in a wall, so again, we might be able... The podium's not really on the cards anymore, but a 4th place. You know, we've got to keep adjusting our goals. Oh, we might have given the... that was very much a hurry-up bump through the entirety of the corner. You normally bump draft on the straights. You don't normally bump draft through a turn. Especially not a turn like that as well. It's not even like it was a nice banked turn. That was very much a hurry-up bump, but there we go. Oh, don't go for that. Don't go for that. That's never going to work. That was never, ever going to work. There's a reason you don't dive to the inside of the corner at that speed. You're never going to make that. Well, I say you're never going to make it. You're going to spin the car because the natural way that road spits you out, you're always going to end up spinning a car on the outside. You're just not going to get away with it in any other manner unless you've got your car fully under control, which if you've got your car fully under control there, you're not going to be going fast enough to make the turn because it's such a fast corner and these cars don't have the grip, so you're going to have the back end moving around. But damn it, 4th place is looking like... Okay, we'll reassess again. 5th place. 5th place is probably going to be as good as we're going to get without some luck, without some intervention. I mean, the lead group is all bunching up. Unfortunately for us, we could have gone with it had we not spun ourselves like an idiot and then been involved in everything else that's gone on. We would potentially be up there with the lead group. Instead, we're back here fighting for maybe a 4th place. Oh. It's good when you nail it. It's a great corner when you nail it. But trying to get that right lap after lap is not so easy. Somehow I got away with running wide there. I'm not entirely sure how I managed it. We are going to get away with running wide there. Still not entirely sure how I managed all of that. That's been quite a good little hairpin section for us. But we're so far back. We can see Reese again leaving the petrol station. I think I spotted an orange Lada joining. Well, the orange Lada had fallen back. Oh, we've gone for a big oversteer moment on our own and gone through the petrol station wonky. Now, not catching any further up. We're going to have to just fight for 5th, annoyingly. I was pushing it as much as I could, and we ran out of grip once more. Are they going to have a fire up the inside? Potentially, so we're going to leave them space in case they try it. I would rather leave space and lose the place than get torpedoed and turned around. It's just, yeah, we're just better off. We're better off going for that, and we can go with, oh, orange car is the wrong side of the train lines. Okay, 4th might be on the offing, yep, because they've managed to get connected. I don't think he expected, orange car did not expect there to be vehicles quite approaching as fast as they were. That will be an inherited 4th place for me. It's been one of those irritating races that could have been amazing. It's all gone a little bit wrong. Just every turn that could have gone a little smidge wrong, or every event that could have ended a little bit wrong has gone that way for us. Sadly, it can happen. It has happened to us. Not quite as an amazing a race as the first one. Reese will get a victory here as we're going to head up towards the final corner. We will have to settle for a 4th place, although that was better than it was looking at the start of the final lap, which is certainly something to take away, shall we say. I was thinking 5th was going to be the best that we could manage, and we ended up 4th. Or the 5th was going to be best that managed, seeing the situation we were in heading on to the final lap. Little mistake from the orange car, getting stuck in a place in which they do not want to be. Jeez, 58.7. That's a good lap running in clean air with all of the catch-up help that you could imagine. Yeah, 1 minute 6 from me. It didn't really. I guess that final lap was okay-ish. I don't know whether that final lap would have been the one that set the speed. Final lap was an okay-ish sort of lap, but there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and of course, thank you to Reese for building the circuits. Until next time, though, a goodbye.